So we've seen that a landmark appears in this bar at the top of the screen here, the Second Life viewer. And a landmark is only used within Second Life. It's part of your avatar's inventory of stuff. It's stored in My Landmarks, but you couldn't take this text that's written in this box, this landmark text, and put it, for example, in your web browser and have your web browser bring you to this location. So in order to do that, you'll need something called a SLurl. That's capital S, capital L, URL, standing for Second Life URL. A URL is a piece of text that's used in web browsers to take you to different websites. So a SLurl is a Second Life piece of text that takes you to websites through your web browser. Now there's two ways to get a SLurl that I can show you here. One way is you click this box where the landmark's located at the top, and notice it turns green, and also notice the text has changed. It now begins with HTTP, and HTTP is the URL which is used in web browsers in order to take you to different websites. So now you have a Second Life URL or SLurl that's in the box. So if we can copy that and paste it into our web browser or into an email or any document, we now can send that to someone in a document or give it to someone, or we can use it in our web browser to take us through that SLurl to this location. So to copy, there's a number of ways you can copy. One way is right-click the box with the text, and you'll see a menu, and then select Copy from that menu, and left-click Copy. So now we've copied the text that's in that box, and that means that it's sitting in something called a clipboard in our own computer, sort of like a temporary scratch pad. And so if we want to paste it in a different document, I'll show you over here on the left. I've got Notepad open. I'll paste it into Notepad. You could also paste it into an email or into the bar in your web browser. So I'll just demonstrate by pasting it into Notepad. So one way, a sort of universal way of pasting in Windows, is using the Control key and using the V key. So what we do is we hold the Control key down, and it's marked CTRL on your keyboard. We hold that key down, and then we keep holding, and then we press the V key at the same time. And that's a shortcut to paste anything that's on the clipboard into an open document. So there we've copied our URL using the copy command, and we've pasted it into a document using Control V. Now that's just from the landmark at our current location, which is what appears in the box at the top. If you want to convert a landmark that you have in your My Landmarks folder in your inventory, then you can also convert any landmark into a SLurl. So we'll take a look at that. First of all, we need to get to Places. So we'll select the Me key up here at the very top just to get to Places. We'll click on that, and we see Places. We'll click on Places, and now this brings up My Landmarks, and these are the landmarks I have. So if I want to make a SLurl out of, say, one of my landmarks here, I'll click it to select it, and now I'll right-click that inside that box, and it brings up another menu here that says one of the entries is Copy SLurl. So now I'll click on Copy SLurl, and I get a little message verifying that the SLurl has been copied to my clipboard. It's sort of like the temporary memory. And so I'll close this. Now it's on my clipboard. Again, I can go to a text document and I'll place my cursor where I want the text to come. I'll hold down the Control key on my keyboard, then I'll press the V key, and now I've pasted the SLurl for this other bookmark, this other landmark I should say, that I have in my inventory.